see me? Hey guys. Hey. Ooh. The light is crazy in the middle. Anyway. I'm right there.
Oh, because you can see the diva.
Right, you see our diva ring. You giving away all our secrets, Elder.
They know. You can see it by your eyes.
Okay, let me see. Do my head? I'm trying to make my head block the diva ring, y'all.
Nah,
I don't know
no,
if I'm gonna be
don't even
successful.
focus on that.
Babe, you focus on the
How the sound doing?
I focus on the little things. Ooh. So y'all, we've been going live every single week. I'm like, bruh, let's stop going live.
Oh yeah, she's not liking the lives, but I'm liking them. It's organic, like Eric Bellinger says.
Oh, that's what because I was upstairs. I said, no, I know I wanted to tell them about some music this week. What music did I want to tell them about? That's what I was thinking when I was coming down the stairs.
Eric Bellinger.
But you had my back on that one.
Right. Right.
So what did Eric Bellinger say, babe?
All I know is the song was organic. He talked about the feeling being organic. And so that's how I feel about these last SuperGoal Sundays have been organic. You know, when y'all hop on, give y'all feedback, we talk. You know,
It's
just
the lighting is bad, the playback is muffled, we pause, we go out.
Oh yeah, but that's not gonna happen now because my phone is charged up. So, well, no, it was about to die, but it's charging right now, so you don't have to be concerned about it dying.
It's too high for me.
It's not. What's too high?
Camera.
Camera's too high?
I don't like all this.
Maybe if we have a little bit closer. Let's see.
I like that.
You like that?
See?
Y'all right? Boom!
He's a way maker, provider.
You just made that up.
Mm-hmm. You like that?
I like that. No, that actually seemed like it was about to be a gospel song.
It was.
No, because you got that from Waymaker, Miracle Worker, but then you switched it up.
Because I was thinking about all the things you are to me.
Waymaker, Provider. I like that.
Yeah.
You gotta
wanna
work
do
on that.
something like that?
Yeah. I like that. I like that. I'm waiting on some people to come on, but no. You know what?
Who's there? Is anyone there? We got people watching.
Not even going to wait.
There's 4 people watching.
Oh, it's 4 people watching and just not saying anything.
That's okay.
I
They're
got
the
you,
shy
but
ones.
Let us know who y'all are.
Why?
You know?
They don't want to.
Because I want to know who's watching. You know what I'm saying? It's like we opened up the window blinds.
Open the floodgates.
And people are doing like
heaven.
this. And I don't know if you neighbor or not. Let me know if you were the neighbor. Are y'all our neighbors? Would you be mine?
Rain.
Could you be mine? Would you be my neighbor? See? That's all you gotta do is ask.
Well, you
Carolyn
so far
said,
away.
Carolyn from Atlanta.
Hi, Carolyn.
Okay, we got hot Atlanta.
Because when I was in Atlanta, no one was. I was afraid. I was afraid for my life. I was like, oh my God, no one's wearing a mask. What do I do? So what's up? Are you wearing a mask? Can you tell me? Are you wearing a mask? Is she wearing? Is that Lisa May? Hey, Lisa.
Oh, what's up, Lisa?
Lisa
Lisa.
is a whole entire vibe.
We love
y'all.
Lisa.
Let me tell y'all about Lisa. Lisa be singing with your girl. Anybody that's not with my shenanigans, I am open like this to them.
Yes.
Lisa is Sharif's cousin, my cousin by marriage. But
she was on the vlog.
yeah, she was. She's on all my stuff. Because I was so proud of our day. Because we have our days where, like during the day, Lisa's like, she real chill. She worked real hard, take care of the kids.
Yeah.
And then
When the night falls.
boom, we was singing. She
Lisa
was
be
dancing.
like,
I was
singing,
with it.
dancing.
I was with it. That really changed. Yes. So we have a good show for y'all today. We do. It's my husband. It's his idea.
Oh yes. So, before I start that, I just want to acknowledge. Carolyn said that she stays home. She also says that she's originally from Florida.
Ooh.
So, wow.
I don't know which is worse.
Carolyn, I would love to know how did you find us? You know, how did you find the channel? I just want to know. But so I have to start off like this. There are topics that I intentionally choose not to touch because I I always like to talk about things that with conviction that I know, that I've experienced. Sometimes I will speak about things that I've never experienced, just for conversation purposes. But I like to lead people to a better place and to help. So you can only really help people. No, you can help people better when you've experienced what they've experienced or what they're going through presently. That's just how I feel about things. You can really only lead people to where you've already been. But there's these topics that are spicy.
Right, because I was going to piggyback off that and say, but dialogue is important.
Right.
And dialogue is the first step to awareness, and awareness leads you to further research. And so when something happens, you're not like, whoa.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're like, oh, I touched on that in 88.
Right. So what we're about to talk about is one of those topics that I feel is exactly how Felicia was describing. But at the same time, there was, I would admit, a bit of fear that I had with talking about this. And caution. Like maybe,
Caution.
Yeah, caution. Yeah, I'd say caution. And the reason why I'd say caution, though, well, I may change my mind on like the caution word, but as I talk about it more, like maybe you can help me out. But the reason why I'm cautious about this topic is because I was like, yo, we could talk about this, but for me, I like to get engulfed in it, right? Like consume it and then know it and then feel it. This is one of the things that I don't want to feel it. Like physically, I don't want to feel it. I don't want to be in it. And so I try to stay away like from touching it. What I'm talking about is this whole idea of monogamy being traditional. As you read the title, like, is monogamy outdated? So I'm not just going to assume you know what monogamy means. I'm just going to say it just for clarity purposes. Monogamy is when you are committed to one person in a relationship for the long term. And if you guys were to break up, if you get into a next relationship, it is then again a monogamous relationship. You believe that the way of relationships is with one person. So there's this whole idea, and it's been stirring around for the past few years, this whole idea of what's called the new monogamy.
Okay.
Now, the new monogamy is more of like a polyamorous approach, which means Felicia and I are married, been together for 12 years. I say to her, babe, there's something, I'm feeling some urges. Like I want to step out and have sex with somebody else. But I'm being honest with her. And I'm letting her know that. And so she says, okay, you want to do that? Okay. And so then we both venture out to find someone to fulfill my sexual urge, right? And then, so now I have, okay, go ahead. What?
Okay, because you changed, because when we talked about it earlier.
No, well, I'm about to step into that.
But when you say we both choose the person.
I'm about to step into that.
Okay, I'm open.
I have to put on the layers first.
Okay.
Right. So I say that we find a woman and then I have sex with this woman. Now this woman knows, yo, this right here, I'm still married. This is my end all be all. I'm just using you for whatever it is that I think I need, that just my wife isn't enough. Right? And then Felicia says to me, maybe a few months later, you know what? I've been feeling urges too, and I think that I want to step out too and have sex with another man. I'm like, okay. And then she does it. So now we both agree now, you know what, let's do this. Anytime that we have the urge to experiment with somebody else, we'll both come to the table and say, it's time. And then allow each other that space to do that. But we know that we're still married and we're in this relationship together, right? So new monogamy means new monogamy means knowing that the partner that you have isn't enough for you. That's it. That's really what new monogamy means. It means this monogamy, this mono approach, it don't work. And for me, the reason why at first I was saying fear, and yeah, you're right, it's more so caution, is because this is something that I'm not interested myself. I'm not interested in understanding. I'm not interested in knowing, but I understand that it's present and people really do this. You know what I'm saying? So why are you looking at me like that?
I think that, we have these conversations before we talk to you all, and they flow because they're natural. And then when we get in front of the camera, we've already kind of talked about it, so new ideas have been developed. And I just think that the way you're presenting it right now, it's really not a whole lot that I can do with it. And it's not for someone who may be in behind the on the other end of the camera, and you're thinking, well, I don't want to have sex with somebody else. I'm good in that area. I don't think that we won't reach them. Okay. But the way you hit it this morning, you shocked me with it. Like, this was Sharif's idea, and I was just kind of like I couldn't breathe when he was having this conversation.
I want to know, is it like I use less words and I just hit you with it, and I felt like you were shocked because were you thinking that?
No, I was shocked because you didn't make it about sex.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, but that's like literally what it is.
That's not what it is.
Okay, so it's not just what it is. You're
exactly.
Right. You're right. It's not just what it is. So I'll say it like this, how I said it before. The idea of new monogamy is just you saying, like, having
You're
this
not
monogamous relationship.
What you said earlier was one person. This is the thought. The idea is, and that was realistic, more realistic, especially for me, a woman, than I want to step on, have sex with other people. Like, what, bro? Right. What's shaking on my face with that? Like that? Shut up. I'm enough for you with sex, so you just a dog. Like, that's gonna be my. But when you presented it this morning, was like expecting one person to be everything to you. Literally, this is not. We're not pulling the rabbit out of a hat on this one. It's not feasible. One person can't be your end all be all. Mm-hmm. A little bit more pressure, and so they stay in their box with their person, and they're good. And then you have other people who are like, I rock with you the long way. I love you. Like, I love you. But because, like, you can't be you're not everything to me. And I need fun. Mm-hmm. I need more of an entrepreneurial relationship. I need to be able to bounce ideas off my partner and kiss in between. You know what I mean? That's taking it to a more.
Yes, let me say it like this, and you're right, because I went right for the banger, maybe just about sex, right? But yeah, it's like way more than that. It is to put it like an example of this. Let's say I like to go bowling every Sunday. My wife doesn't like to go bowling.
This isn't a fact, but
right, it's not a fact. I like to go bowling every Sunday. My wife doesn't like to go bowling, so I'm like, okay. But specifically, I like to go bowling to have fun with. I want to go with my wife, but my wife is just not interested in it. So I'm like, fine. I go to her and say, Felicia, since you're not up to bowling, like, I really want to go bowling with a woman. And she's like, I don't like the bowling alley. I don't want my fingers to go in the bowling ball, which that's real. She really don't. Like, she really don't. She will do it, or she'll just hold the ball like that, But it feels German to me. I don't want to put these rental shoes on, I just don't want to do it. So then I'm like, the new monogamy is, okay, understand, husband, that your wife doesn't want to do that. That's not a need that she can fulfill of yours. So if you want to specifically go with a woman and have fun with a woman, then you tell your wife, okay, so allow me to find another woman who will go bowling with me, and we'll have fun together. And then we go out, and then after bowling, I want to go out on a mini date, right? And so let me go out on a mini date with this woman. That is the new monogamy, and it's this whole precept, this whole understanding. Like, you're supposed to understand that. And if the shoe was on the other foot, I'm supposed to understand that too. And then we're both supposed to think we're human beings. Human beings, really, we're not programmed to be monogamous. So, great, you go ahead and find your other woman or find another man that you can have fun with. Just know that when you come home, like it's still you and I, but you can go out and do your thing. So like it doesn't
I don't
always
like
have to
it.
be
I don't
sex.
like you right now.
Oh, why?
You're not presenting it with as much Like, I don't feel what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
Like you really were passionate about it.
I am.
This morning. Well, it seems a little biased right now.
It's not biased. Like,
Well,
I'm
like
laying it out
it was.
exactly how it is. What
Okay. So let's think about this. You come to me and you say, you know what? You're not cutting it. It's usually not. I'm gonna go bowling with another woman. You got Mo B for that. You got Sierra for that.
Mm-hmm.
You got, you know what I'm saying? It's a little more than that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be in a physical relationship. In terms of, I want to stand behind her and cuff that booty.
Mm-hmm.
I want to grab her waist and help her throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I want intimacy at the bowling alley.
Right.
You're not able to give me that. So like I just like
Okay, so
right. So
well, that's what
right, but
let me do a little pencil marking, and then you fill in the picture.
Right, but
it's like both of us is on this journey.
Yeah, but then we're not having a dialogue about it, because then I'm not able to say, like this morning when we talked about it and you kind of mentioned this whole, you need another person. Not that he wanted another person,
No,
but
right.
if he were to get another person, and my point was, yes, I would feel hurt because you're doing this whole. It goes back to the 80-20 rule. You got 80% right here. You know what I mean? But like 20% of what you lack, I don't hold. I'm not that interested in many of the things that you're that interested in.
Right.
And so if you go and you bring another person into our relationship to fulfill that need, yes, you have your 100, but now I'm insecure. Even if we're saying we right and this is our marriage, we're together, we love one another, we are committed.
So there it is. Why are you insecure? That's what
I'm insecure because
I'm going to play the advocate of the new monogamy.
I'm insecure because you're doing with this other woman the one or two things that I'm not capable of being to you. And I pride myself on being all things to you.
Okay.
And so now it's like when you go on vacation, right? So you go to, let's say Florida. You go to Florida and everything seems great. Florida is the best place on earth. Right. It's hot, palm trees. You don't have to be concerned with a grocery store or toilet tissue or an Airbnb. All that's being provided for you. You get a rental car. You're not thinking about damage, whatever. It's a vacation. It makes you resent home. Right. But you're not thinking, I'm spending more in this weekend than I spend in a month.
Right.
At home. That's what's happening when you get that 20. And then you become kind of many obsessed with this 20% because it's all fun. It's different from your norm.
Right. So that
makes me insecure.
I wanted to play a game.
Okay.
Now you are traditional monogamy, mm-hmm. and I am new monogamy.
Okay.
Right. So new monogamy would say to that insecurity that's work that you have to do on yourself. That what I'm doing should not cause you insecurity. Because you are a slave to this old idea. This is what new monogamy says. You are a slave to this old idea of I should be all things to you, and because I don't fulfill this like 5 or 10 or 20% in the relationship, that should be enough. Because the 80% is so good. New monogamy says that is an old way of thinking, and it's not realistic. And so that insecurity is because you want to possess me and hold me, and you're not supposed to. That's what new monogamy would say. And why do you have that look? What does that look about?
I don't know.
What would you say to that though?
I would leave.
Mm. You would leave. Oh, all right. Well, okay. No, granted, obviously you would leave.
I mean, if you were one of those
Obviously
guys
you
that
leave.
talked in
I
that
would
way,
leave too.
that
Like if you were a woman, a female that talked that way. However, let me ask you this. Understandable, you would leave. You as Felicia, me and Sharif, we wouldn't do that. That's why we're together. But could you understand?
No, I could understand you, Sharif, and your Sharifism coming to me and saying, we've been together for 12 years. We've been together since I was 21 years old. I'm going through something in my mind. I'm not quite sure what it is. But I need your support on this. I need to explore a little bit.
Yo, that you could understand.
Well, I would understand that, but you're not gonna come to me like the 5%er. You are enslaved to the mentality.
No, I'm not saying that's the person.
But that's
I'm saying that's new monogamy.
Right, and I understand that. I'm not saying it's the person, but for me, that's how those people who talk like that. That's what I'm thinking as they're talking. Bye.
Right.
You are a slave to the world. You no, boo, no.
Slave to society.
Right, I don't have time for that. You're trying to possess me. I am not a thing. I am not a bag of potato. You are. I own you.
That's okay.
I own Sharif. Okay. I said it, and you can retweet, tag.
What does that mean?
I own you. You're mine. You are my husband. I got papers on you.
What does that mean?
That means you're mine.
What does your mind mean?
You're mine. This is my phone. I'm not giving it to nobody else. But if my phone had a voice,
because that's what I said.
And a heart, and I loved my phone, and I knew my phone, and I trusted my phone. So, if my phone said to me, I need to be in someone else's hands for a little bit, I love you. And I'm going to do my very best to be everything you need. I'm going to come back with new software. But right now, I'm not walking out on this community, on this family. But me as a human being, is something missing in my mind, in my heart, in my life. I just need to figure it out. Mm-hmm. I would 100% have your back. I'll be weeping.
What does that mean? What does that mean, have my back?
I would have your back. I would support it.
And so, like, I came to you like, yo, I've been with you since I was 21. I don't know what's going on, but I'm having... Yes. I'm confused.
I'm
like,
here.
I need support.
Please use condoms.
Wow.
Please.
And
I don't know that I would still be able to make love to you.
Right. I'm like...
I'm definitely not...
Ain't no going on there.
But I am supporting that. Yes. And praying to God. I'm on my Stormy now. Like, Lord...
Who's Stormy?
Stormy. She wrote a book on the power of a praying wife. Okay. I am praying, Lord, that you help my husband through this transition and not let anything come into our marriage that will be harmful to our future.
So, you support me, right?
100%.
Through that support, that means that while you're praying and you saying, Lord, my husband, through the support, that means you'll still stay.
Absolutely. First of all, you ain't getting rid of me like that.
So you would be a perfect candidate for
I'm not leaving you. But she can't come here and stuff.
You would be the perfect candidate for new monogamy.
No, I'm not saying go get somebody eternally. This is our new life.
So you're saying like, I'll support you through this stage.
I'm saying I love you enough. I know you. Nobody, I'm not going to go to a bar, meet a guy, and he say this to me.
Right.
Yeah, I'm one of those, I got 3, 1. Oh, really? Okay. Nah, bro, I'm good. That's not my vibe. But you, someone who I have known literally all of your adult life.
Right.
And you're really like, I'm not happy. Like, I'm in my head about things. Like, I need, like, this is a lot. I would support
you can
that.
understand that because you have a great head-heart alignment.
No, I know you.
Right. But yet and still, you have a great head-heart alignment. And knowing me, there's a lot of people in relationships with people who have been like for 10, 15,
people
20
just
years.
Selfish.
And they just don't connect on that level with their partner. So my thing is, that's what I'm saying. which again, I'm not interested. No, I have to say this to you too, because I did introduce this idea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not interested in new monogamy. Understand that. I am not. However, my love, what I'm saying is how you're describing it is exactly what new monogamy is. It's like a partner. Now, I know when I painted the picture before, it was just like,
Sex,
but yeah,
raunchy,
right.
dirty.
It's like it's the in betweens. It's that gray matter. It's the innuendos. It is the how Felicia was saying it. The confusion that a partner may have, man or woman, may be like, I have these feelings. Like I still have great feelings for you. I love you, but I'm confused right now. I'm having these urges, and I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I need help. You know what I mean? Like
help in a new relationship.
I need help. No, like wait, what do you mean?
If you're like, I need help, I'm like, okay, we need to call some counselor.
Right. So that's why like I would like to correct that. Like I need help. Like I need support.
Yeah.
That's what I should have said.
Okay.
I need support, but sometimes you're not just going to outwardly say that. You know
okay. So someone on the street might say like, I need you to have my back. Right. You know, I need you to. You would be like, I need you to write.
I need you to write it out. I would say
right.
that. I would say that.
Of course you would.
I would. So that's my that's new monogamy.
Well, I'm around for it, I guess then.
Wow, that's crazy.
I love you. Let me be clear.
So
it's
much.
Just you. It's you for me. Like I've had boyfriends before you. I've been engaged, whatever. Those people want a different level. I understand that some people are just, you know, at different phases and stages of their life. When you've given someone your entire life since you were 21 years old, you've never been in another relationship. You've never had the opportunity to whatever. I'm not happy about it. I'm not calling my girlfriend and saying, my man got another woman. Ooh. But I'm aware that you don't want to leave your children, leave your home, leave your minivan, leave your duties and responsibilities to me as a spouse.
Yeah.
But as a human being, your humanness is fighting. And I don't want you moping around here.
Yeah, right.
I don't want you being abusive to me. I don't want you to resent me. If you need to do this, you need to do it now. And do it. Might bring us closer or it might tear us apart. But now we know where you stand and where I stand.
And as the person who is supporting your spouse do that, you can't even tell from yourself. Like I hear you saying, I know your heart, you know, toward me. I know how infatuated you are with me. I know
Obsessed.
That you love me. Okay? Like,
Obsessed.
You are chained to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, even you, I don't think that the person who's supporting can really say, I'm going to ride this out with you.
I'm not happy about it. I'm like my heart, when you told me that, when my husband brought this to me this morning, it was like he was saying to me, I'm gonna get someone. Like
oh shoot.
It was like my daughter keeps saying, it was like a long toy in my throat.
Oh yes,
I was drinking my coffee and I couldn't finish my cup.
No, you look like you were tearing up actually.
Like
at the idea of
the thought of Sharif giving someone else his soul, it makes me physically ill. But I love you so much, and I respect you so much, that if that's something that you needed to explore, I would have to accept it. It's to me, it's like growth. It's on your growth journey. And it's not because we've been together since you were 21, because if we got together when you were 30, but I know you, I've been with you for 12 years. I know where you come from, I know where you're going, I know what you're capable of, I know your potential. And I know when you're hurting. And I'm sure that if you when someone comes to you with something like this, it's not a day, it's a process. You get what I'm saying? So there's been days or moments or times when a person is weird or off or distant or sad or whatever, and you're like, what's going on? Now you come to me with this. I would rather that than you do it behind my back. You know, I'm not protecting myself. Then you
Yeah.
hide and sneak,
Right.
and you're telling me you're at work. I don't want to not trust you.
Right.
I want you to be able. Don't tell me you with her. Don't do that. But just say, like I'm like if I were to call you and you were with someone else, I would like for you to be like, it's not a good time right now.
Oh, this is weird.
That would be
That's
cold for me
crazy.
knowing like,
Right.
oh.
Yo.
But I would definitely support you.
Wow.
But I don't want to know it. I don't want to see. I don't want evidence
Yeah.
of it. Don't embarrass me. Don't parade someone else around. Don't take her to meet your mom. Don't vlog with her. Like until or unless you decide this is my new relationship. Like I'm gonna, I've done this now, and I've recognized that you are not my 80.
Wow.
I got with you, and I thought that you were everything I wanted. I'm sorry,
Wow.
but it's not.
Wow.
Then I would be like, I think that's healthy. That's a process. It's healthier than you coming home and saying I'm moving out. What? Where you going? I didn't even know we was in trouble. I found someone else. Huh? You was looking?
Wow. That's wild. Because I just think do you know anybody who's ever been in that type of relationship?
I never did it.
Because I'm thinking of one person too.
Are you?
Yeah. And I'm just like, they were on the receiving end of it. Like, they weren't the ones who went out. Like, they were on the receiving end and doing the support. And they, pretty much support just made them spiteful.
Yeah, I would absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, but the thing about it is you have to look at the person's previous behavior. Like, to my knowledge, you've never penetrated another woman. So I've never.
Yo, you always keep saying, to my knowledge. I don't know if anybody picks up on that. This is like you've said that in about 5 videos that I can count right now. I think every week you say, to my knowledge, you have never penetrated anyone. To my knowledge, you've never cheated on me. To my knowledge. Why do you keep saying, to my knowledge? Why do you keep saying that? I need YouTube world to know right now. I need you to clear this up. Because if anybody is really listening to this, like me, I would be saying, why did this woman keep saying, to my knowledge? What does that mean?
It means...
That means it could have possibly happened, but I don't know. Do you know that's what that means?
Right.
Do you hear how disrespectful that is toward me? What does that mean?
It means, to my knowledge.
To my knowledge, I will slap you in the face with the public watching. You need to correct that. Why do you keep saying, to my knowledge? Honestly, that hurts me, y'all.
My husband asks me twice a year, did I have to marry him? I'm like, no, I literally didn't.
Right.
Like, bruh.
Right.
It's to my knowledge.
We're married, though. To my knowledge.
To my knowledge, you've never had sex.
That is the dumbest thing that I've ever
From what I know, from what I understand to be true.
And when y'all comment, like, am I the only person who is hearing this and has that feeling? Like, have you ever heard Felicia say in a video, to my knowledge? And if you've heard her say that, like she just said just now, is that an issue? Or am I being immature? Like, am I being
It's not immature. You're just like, you're being...
I don't like
You're
when
being
she says
unrealistic.
that. What?
You're being unrealistic.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's not like if you cheated on me, you would be like, I cheated on you.
So I would have cheated on you, held it, and while you're saying to my knowledge, I'm just thinking in the back of my head, and I go mute. Every time I say nothing, positive, to my knowledge, LMBO. This is not funny. This is not funny. This irks my nerve every video.
I mean, you never want to be like, in the 90s, which is when I was growing up, people be like, that's my Young, I know my Young. Like, bruh, I never thought you would cheat on me, and then I walked in the house and there you were.
Oof.
on the floor with another woman. And I'm like, not my baby, sweet baby Jesus.
You're right.
For me, it's God, there's Jesus, and then there's Sharif.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And then there was a couple times, y'all watch our vlog, Sharif be texting inappropriately. That's his thing. He liked to double tap where he shouldn't, and he was texting where he shouldn't. Yeah. So I'm not saying that I don't trust you, but I'm saying anything is possible. You are a human being, and I support and I love you so much that you are a human being. And okay, listen, I have a lot of male friends. Y'all know that. I mean a lot. I got my street ones, my gangster friends. I got my church gangster friends. I got my church friends. I'm surrounded, and all my friends are 40 and above men, grown men. And I have one who said something along the lines of, my wife can't love me anymore because she is in a position where she is unable to see my humanity. And this is why I keep men around me. Because men, they think logically.
I do.
Right.
I am.
So when he said that to me, I said, in my mind, I knew what I knew what my interpretation of that was. But I said, what do you mean she can't see past your humanity?
Right. Because
he a little deep. That's church. He deep depth. He was like, we've been together for so many years that she's unable to see me as flawed. She's unable to see me as imperfect. Because she has gone through so many different changes and stages and phases with me that no longer am I this fantasy that she believes in. And that, and I think he said that to me in my maybe 4th year of marriage. But he knew me and Sharif before we were married. You get what I'm saying? And so that was powerful to me. And so I'm mindful to always see Sharif as a human first. So in his humanness, you may have bagged somebody else. Poke.
That's crazy. But that just speaks to me like that's funny that we're having like this new monogamy conversation, because in the new monogamy way, had I did that, I would have told you.
Don't.
If I cheated on you, don't tell me. Oh no, that don't go for me.
I can't. First of all, this is going left.
But we always go left.
I know it. That's why I don't like lives, because we can't.
That's what we do.
We can't edit this out.
No.
It's on the cutting. It's on the cutting board. It stays on the cutting board. So we just go. Let's go. Let's drive past that. Let's read some comments. What's going on here? You don't know where to go because you're in your head.
Yeah, no, because I'm not leaving from this conversation.
Okay, we don't have to leave from the conversation, but I don't want to think about you poking someone else.
How can you think about that when it's not?
I'm mad about the girl who took your virginity. I didn't even know you.
I get that.
I just don't want to think about you on top of someone else. It makes me sick to my stomach. That boing is so precious to me. I just don't want to imagine.
I'm going to keep on saying this. Did I tell you guys about? Yes, I said it last week, but I'm going to say it again. Felicia played.
I don't want to go into this right now. What I want to talk about, I want to read the comments.
You put a prank on me. She played a prank on me.
Read the comments,
like she cheated on me.
I do this to Sharif once a year.
But this one worked, though.
For the love of God.
It worked. And so, don't tell me that you...
This morning, Sharif asked me this morning. He said, babe, look, see, this is why I don't like live. You see, it's freezing.
It's okay.
He asked me, why is it freezing?
I don't know. There we go.
He asked me, I took my daughter out to dinner, and we got dinner on the house. Sharif asked me, how did I get dinner? I said that I got dinner because another man bought it.
What did I say?
He went, no, it didn't happen. Right. So this is what I do. I am silly. It's just who I am. Let's read some comments.
But Felicia can't.
I don't like the new. Carolyn, you prank me all the time. Let's not.
Man, please.
Let's read it.
Wait,
scroll up, babe.
I don't like the new.
Wait, did we read any of them? Yes.
Carolyn.
Lisa said something confused her.
Carolyn said, LOL, I wish my hubby would. to death do us part. Clearly, Carolyn, that shows that you would kill your husband.
Tamika, what are the eyes for?
Oh yes, Tamika, what are the eyes for?
This is hilarious.
To my knowledge.
Hi, Miss Ali is back. Tamika, right? Lie to me.
Lie to me. Oh.
Why are you forcing down my throat this reality?
Because to take it back to the original, a point of this show, with the monogamy aspect of it. Here's my thing. This is what I said to Felicia earlier. Now, when I say this, I want you to know I am on the side of monogamy, and that's just what it is. But this whole concept of monogamy being traditional, it's because it's a societal norm. Like, it was forced upon people by society. And it was forced upon people by society because of people's monolithic approach, which means that I am a pious and devote to one God. And so since I serve one God, we should also serve someone in our relationship, like one person in our relationship. And so that's where this whole monogamy aspect came from. It's religious. And so the reason why I say all that is because lying, like monogamy would say, yes, lie to me, don't tell me the truth. Because if you tell me the truth and let me know that you've cheated on me, you have a relationship with someone else, this whole like belief in you and me, I feel utter betrayal, and it's dead. Like, you killed a part of me that is never going to come back. You know, like I think of Jay-Z in the 444 album when he said something along the lines of, I told you something, that was my way of telling you let's go steady when you were 21. And he said that he killed like the innocence in her, and he's sorry because it'll never come back. Like, that right there, monogamy says that because you believe in one person. Like, you and I are an item, and then that's it. But new monogamy says,
no, let
truth.
me okay, look, I'm not correcting your thought.
Fine,
I'm editing my own.
I like
so that. If you tell me that you need someone else, it just says to me that I'm not enough.
Wow.
And that is what I don't.
That's hard to sit with.
Right. So when that's what I'm saying, just don't tell me. It's not even that I'm looking at you as holy, but I'm looking at me as I'm just not enough. Like, bro, I done gave you 3 kids, I done moved to these streets, I done got this minivan, I spent my Range Rover money on this minivan.
That's true.
Lord, I done had these kids, and I ain't want none.
Yeah.
I'm not being my authentic self on social media because you're a preacher. I'm editing everywhere, and you're telling me I'm still not enough. I'm cooking you 6 meals a day.
Yes.
I'm making sure you and these kids that you wanted are good, and I'm still not enough.
Right.
You want to have sex with me at 2 o'clock in the morning? Okay. You want to have sex with me after I give birth? Okay. How can I make that happen?
Right.
Like, I am genie in a bottle, baby.
Right.
You want this PS5? I've been trying.
Right.
I've been trying, Lord.
Oh,
it's all sold out, but I've been trying.
Oh, you're cute. I love that.
I'm just saying, and I'm still not enough. You still have to go do somebody else, bowl with somebody else, whatever. Like, the hurt is the reality that I'm not enough. Not that you're perfect, but just that I'm not enough. I've given you all I have to give. I've never given anybody else a kid.
Right.
Like, that was it. I was saving that.
Right.
And I'm giving that part of myself up, my freedom, my money, and that's not enough for you.
Right.
So for me, it's more of I'm just not enough.
If I know what my responsibility my response would be, but I want to hear yours. If a woman was to come to you for advice, and she said, "I am about to like my husband or my long term boyfriend, he wants to try this new monogamy approach. He doesn't. I'm not enough for him. He wants to, etc. etc."
Mm-hmm.
And she came to you like, "What do you think I should do?"
I would say you're not enough.
Mm-hmm.
Just let's be clear. Let's just elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Let's knock it out. You are not enough. You are special. You are beautiful. You are all these things. Whatever the things is that I know to be true about her. But for him, you are not enough.
Mm.
And you're valuable, but you're not enough.
Mm.
And then my sandwich would be,
Who would say it?
but who's enough for anybody?
Who's enough for anybody? Really?
Am I really enough for Sharif? I don't like to read the Bible. I do it because I'm married to him and I have to know what I'm talking about in the world. But I don't prefer to read the Bible. I would prefer to read Kama Sutra.
Yeah.
But that's how I would make her feel, good about herself afterwards, because I really would want whoever came to me to know that it's not so much about you not being enough. I know that's what you feel. You're not enough for him.
Right.
You're enough in the big scheme of the world.
Right.
But not for him or her.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, but you're worthy. But what do I know? I married a preacher.
There was somebody I knew in college. This was college. And he was in this relationship with this chick. I think at this time we were juniors, and she was like a freshman, in college, right? I mean, they were together since like high school, maybe. I don't know. And I mean, he seemed to be head over ears about this girl, and she was not. You know what I'm saying? And so she would flirt around with the guys around the school, and it got to a point that he knowingly knew that she was having sex, but he kept telling me, like, I love her so much. You know what I'm saying? That he would allow that to happen. They would have their little arguments about it, and he was like, what am I doing? Like, all I want you to do is, like, just tell me. Don't embarrass me out here.
Wow.
With all these boys. But they stayed in the relationship. Like, they're broke up now, but they stayed even past college. And my thing is, I saw this young man, over the course of our college years, lose himself. Like, it was like bits and pieces of himself. It just broke. You know what I'm saying? And so I know back then I didn't offer up the advice because he didn't ask me. Like, he was just telling me.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, like, this is venting session. I'm listening. You know what I'm saying? But speaking to him now, I would be on the same wavelength as you. Like, I would definitely tell him, man, like, not only just like, are you not enough, but there is enough of you that you need to pull those pieces back together. You know what I'm saying? I just think that if that happens, a person gets broken over and over. At least that's the experience that I saw. I saw this man break.
He was already broken.
Really?
Yeah. It takes, honestly, it takes a certain type of person.
I could go for that.
To one, I'm going to present, I think, 3 scenarios. To one, accept being a side piece. Let's start there. It takes a certain mindset. Either you can have a grand thought about yourself that I can be the winner, or you have a low thought about yourself that I don't deserve to be the winner. Then you have the person who is constantly being cheated on, and they're just staying. They don't think that they can get, that they deserve love. They might say it, oh, I'm tired, but they don't feel in their heart that they deserve for someone to honor them in that way. And then finally, I think that it comes a point where the person is letting any and everybody kind of do whatever they want to them. I believe that started at home. So when you walk away, when you enter a situation in 100 pieces and you walk through it in 100 pieces, you come out in 1,000 pieces.
Right.
Because like, you know, you've experienced so much trauma. Like my husband, he watches Charmed, and he was showing me an episode where the oldest sister, this is the new Charm, not my Charmed. The oldest sister, she was rejected. She was an orphan pretty much. She lived with her dad, not her mom, and she just didn't have that security. And so she was raging war on her sisters, and they kept saying, no matter what, we're not leaving. No matter, they were anchored in that. And she was like, wait. And then once she really was like, really? No matter what, y'all not leaving? You know, then her rage, you know, the anger came down, and she was able to receive their love.
Right.
Some people never get to that point where they have people going, I'm not leaving.
Right. That is.
And then when you get, and I was people, that's why that scene touched you. Because my husband said to me, he said, I saw that, I immediately thought about you. I am the sister standing there being him. I'm standing there saying, I'm not leaving you. There was a glass window behind them that had cracks. And my husband was saying, everyone else in your life has flown out of that window. I'm not leaving you.
Right.
And I said last week, that kind of confidence, it makes you feel supernatural power. I've never been as content as I am in this relationship.
But you know what? Even like to talk about that, because with us talking about this whole new monogamy and just the idea of, you know, you not being enough, right? If you have someone like you who, like, I am your person, you know what I'm saying? And I confidently say that. And I love that. And I would say I am the only thing that is totally sacred.
Oh, absolutely.
In your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for me to look somewhere else or to go somewhere else in a relationship or in sex or anything like that, you're like, you too?
Yeah.
Not you.
Right, but think about what you're starting with. That means I came in pieces.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't. I do unhealthy. This is very unhealthy. But I do expect you. Sharif is my father. He's my mother. He's my sister. He's my brother. He's my best friend. He's my party planner. He's my baby daddy. He's my provider. He's my preacher. He's my friend. He is my you're everything.
Right.
And so, but that's because I have nothing.
I get that.
You get what I mean?
I do.
And I mean, don't get me, and I have my friends. I do have my friends.
Right.
But my friends and I have had these kind of tumultuous, kind of like highs and lows, where I'm always like, are they sure? Are they leaving me? Are they anchored? Are they?
I get that.
Can I do something to offend them and they walk out of my life again like that?
Right.
So you're the only human being that is
consistently.
Right.
Right.
Right. Right. So if you were to go through this whole mental thing where you needed to venture off and to find yourself, the only reason it would break me is because I'm already broken.
Right.
Because my mind, my right mind is saying, support Shuri through this. He needs, now it's time for you to show him that you're there for him, because he's always been there for you. But if you were to decide, this isn't for me, I loved you at 21, but something happened, think about why it would break me. It wouldn't break me because I have this fulfilled life. It would break me because you're it.
Right. That's
who's
deep.
That's kind of like, it's not really whose problem is that, because that's what I'm going to say. It's really, wow, like that's sad.
Yeah.
But it's not about Sharif's situation, and it's not about Felicia's situation. It's like there's been an explosion.
Right.
And it didn't start 12 years ago when I met you, and it didn't start in this moment.
Right.
You came to this in pieces.
In pieces.
And all those self-help books, which I don't agree with, sometimes you can sound a little bit like them. You have to heal yourself. You have to be whole before you're in love. How do you heal yourself? How do you heal yourself? It's not possible. You are who you are. When you get with your person, you're gifting them with your good and your bad. And some of us are able to cover it up a little better.
So it's not possible to heal yourself.
No, it's only God, the Alpha and Omega, or a doctor can heal you.
I can go for that.
So you gotta go in either direction.
Right.
And no shrink is gonna change your mind
Right.
in an hour or two session 3 times a week.
Right. Yeah, I never said that you can heal yourself, but no. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So all this, although we go, I don't want that. I want you to understand that I am coming to you in shadow peace. That's how I accept my friends. All of my friends have issues, and I accept that. And we come together with all these pieces, and we put them on the table, and we be like, let's deal with it. You broken in this area, I'm broken in that area.
Yeah.
Can we still make a puzzle out of this or not? And the ones who it was or not, they're off, and the ones who we trying to figure it out, it's on.
Right.
And I just think that that's how it has to be in your relationship with your woman or man, however you go, whatever. That's how it has to be. I accept all of Sharif's little quirks, his insecurities, things he has to deal with. Once I can visibly detect this is what this is, I'm like, this is Sharif. This is the little 6-year-old boy that was grinding, the air. Right. That's who I'm dealing with right now. I'm not dealing with the man I married.
I get that.
So I just think everybody should be open to that. And once you're like, okay, that's when I think the healing begins. You're like, okay, I'm messed up and I'm going through this situation as my messed up self. As my messed up self, my husband just came to me and told me that he needs someone else. That means I'm not enough. Oh, I've never been enough. I wasn't enough for my mother. I wasn't enough for my friends. I wasn't enough for, but it's true. I wasn't enough for all those people, but I am enough.
Right.
I am okay. I'm enough, but I was not enough. Those people didn't love me enough to stay.
Here's my question on that. How do you even get to the point of saying to yourself, I am enough, when you felt from other people who you looked for like that affirmation or that validation? Like you look to be enough from other people and you never really received that. So how can you say to yourself, I'm enough? How do you even get to that point?
I don't know how other people did it, but when I gave birth to my first child, that's when I was like, I'm enough.
How did that mental shift happen?
Because
I think that
was
people.
everything to him. I was his food. I was his comfort. I was his everything. And I'm enough for them. And I feel really bad for the women who can't give, birth. Mm-hmm. But I am enough.
You are enough for them.
Right now.
Right. And I'm always good to remind Felicia. Maybe I need to stop doing that. But I always tell her, I'm like, listen. Like, let's say we in the kitchen and Sharif, our oldest son, is like, I don't like this food, Mom. And I look at Felicia and I say, I like the food. You know why I like it? Because I'm for you. And these kids, they're going to leave you one day. But I'm going to be right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so maybe I need to stop saying that.
No, I'm fine. I know your heart.
All right.
And I'm doing everything that I can to keep relationship with my kids, that when they leave, because they're going to leave, but that they don't go forever.
Yo.
But I mean, for me, like in reality, it's a multitude of things. Like I'm about to be 40.
Kids, it is a tearjerker for these.
It is because they're mine.
Yeah.
They are mine.
Right.
And no matter what I do, they don't see it. They just see, good in me. Let's move on. That
is beautiful.
Just let's move on.
No, cry.
No.
Bring it to me.
No.
Talk about those children.
No.
That's what I want. I want you to cry all over this place.
No. But I used to have these really bad night terrors, and I couldn't sleep all my life. I was a sleepwalker.
Oh, okay. Can we talk about that?
We can talk about that.
Because I need you to clear something up for me. After you read these comments, are you going to read them?
Go ahead. No, I'm open.
I need you to clear up something for me. So Felicia used to have night terrors, and then she has this thing with our oldest that she says, like something like, "Son, you want to know why you're so special to me?" He said, "I know, Mom, because the day that you had me, your night terrors stopped." I'm the reason for your night terror stopping. I want clarity on something
Okay.
because I don't know if you're lying to him
No.
or if I have a false perception.
Okay.
I thought your night terrors stopped once we
No, and you
like
knew they did.
really were years into.
No, you have videos of me. You have videos of me.
I didn't stop your night terrors. It was my kid that stopped them. Dang.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you were gonna
all
say.
this time I've been thinking she lying to this man, make him feel good. That's
Babe,
what I've
no.
been thinking.
You have videos of me doing it when we were together.
Dating together.
Yeah, when you had a full time.
What about when like we were only like married a month into before you got pregnant? No, I'm saying like even in your pregnancy you had night
Yeah.
terrors. What?
Yeah.
I thought I had the power to stop that. I thought I was the alchemist in your life on that one, baby.
You had the power to give me.
I had the
somebody.
power to give you somebody who would stop that. So your child
My child.
literally stopped your night terrors.
Literally, I've never had a night terror again in my life. You sleep with me
No,
every night.
you have not.
Since I gave birth to my first
I
child.
thought that
And
I did
I
that.
know that I have someone in this world who is depending on me and who is anchored in me. And he just so happens to be so amazing. He's the most
Wow.
amazing human being ever.
Right. Cry. I keep talking about him and cry right now.
No, he's amazing.
Let me read some of these comments. Tamika said, because you see the humanity in them. I think that's when we were talking about just you feeling like you were enough.
Yeah.
And so yeah, no, that's cool. Bigger stories. This is my first time seeing this thing.
Yeah, bigger
Bigger
stories,
stories, smaller mind. Says you guys have no idea how glad I am I caught this live.
Oh,
Sending love, relate so much.
thank you so much.
Yeah. Relate, baby. It's all
I
about
really
you.
wish I knew what Tamika's wow was too. You know what I'm saying? Like I could hear her saying wow, and I just wish I knew what it was too.
Right.
But we're not gonna keep you guys all night. We hope that this video has been helpful. Do you agree?
I'm only not keeping all night because I can talk all night.
We're
but
not
we
talking
did this
all
last week.
We were on
and
live for
we were
3
we were
hours
on 3
last
hours.
week.
If y'all missed it, it was lit. It was just like we were just talking back and forth, having fun. But yeah, we're not gonna do that again tonight.
We're not gonna do that because I have to work out.
Right. You're still working out
Yes.
tonight?
Yes.
No, you're not. You're not. You're gonna do it tomorrow morning. You're not doing it tonight.
I'm not missing a day, Elder.
All right. Okay.
Why do you want to say I can't work out? Why?
That's fine. Because it's late. It's about to be 11 o'clock, and I just think that you're going to be so tired again tomorrow. You just relax and on down. Let's do it tomorrow morning. You have anything else to say?
I love you.
I love you too.
And I'm happy that you're not poking at others.
I'm not, and I will not.
Thank you.
But I thought that this was a good conversation to have because I just wanted to know, where everybody's mind was. Wanted to see where my mind was, where Felicia's mind is. And also, I'll piggyback off what you said. I also hope that this was helpful to whoever is out there, Next week, we're going to be talking about like a nice topic too. It won't be a live next week. I like the lives a lot, but
I don't.
but you don't. But I really enjoyed it last week.
I enjoy the lives, but like not every single week.
Right.
Come on, edit, Elder.
I could go for that. I could go. No, don't say edit, Elder.
saying it like you don't.
Okay, don't.
Wait, I'm not saying.
Right.
Easy.
No, don't act like me right now.
Easy.
Don't do me on me.
Oh no.
Don't do baby on baby.
Okay.
She trying to act. Yo, this is how I act. When she's turned, what I do? That's what I do. My son has learned that too. He'll do like this to her. He's like, Saya will say, "Oh, mom, calm down."
She does.
Right?
She gonna check her. She gonna check her.
I love those kids. But I
That's
love them so
all I
much because I love you so much because you gave them to me.
Well,
So
you
thank
gave them to me.
first, but you gave them to me and the world. So thank you for that, babe. All right, we about to go. Love y'all. make sure that you just have a nice,
Make
nice
sure that
night.
you save your coins, cause my man got a book coming out, and I want y'all all
I
to buy
do.
it.
Y'all,
Okay?
I have a
He
book
don't talk
coming
about it
out.
much, but
It's coming out on my birthday, but pre-orders will start very, very
pre-orders
soon.
only on ebooks. If you want to hold it in your hand,
Right, you have to wait until my birthday, which is
December 31st, baby.
it's coming.
Oh, and how about that woman in office? Y'all don't care nothing about Joe. Y'all might as well just go ahead and say what y'all want to say.
Right.
We had to use Joe to get Kamala up in
Yep,
here.
yep.
But y'all calling her black ain't working for me, because she ain't black.
Whoa.
She ain't black. She a woman of color, but she ain't black.
Okay, I can go for that.
So go ahead with that. Her mama Indian, her father is Jamaican. And Jamaicans love to tell us they ain't black.
They say that?
Yeah, they're like, we got off the boat one
Oh,
stop before
wow.
the slavery took place.
Wow.
They let us off.
That's
We ain't
crazy.
y'all. We not African American. I'm Jamaican, come on.
Ava
Why-
Styles said she ain't black.
Thank you. And Ava, you been where you been? You ain't saying nothing to me all this time. I was looking for you. I was looking for KP. I was looking for my girl. What's her name? Rashawn. I never
Right,
Rastanya. I never pronounce it right. I just feel stupid saying her name, so I just don't. But I missed y'all on today's live.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
next live, next week, I'm gonna caption it. We're pregnant.
You should do that.
And all our old people like Rita.
No,
come
serious,
back on.
because somebody came on last week and was like, "Oh, I thought y'all was announcing again that y'all was pregnant." I was like, "What?"
Let me just tell you this.
It ain't
I'm
happening
40.
again.
Okay, I work out every day.
Yes.
Ain't no more dropping off this body, but we don't say they are. But for y'all that's on here today, y'all know I'm lying. Until next time, guys.